Howdy, and welcome back to PowerWash Simulator, where today we're going to be cleaning the carousel. Stacey Peachy messages saying, "Psst, Power Washer. I've just joined the traveling carnival pitching up at the recreation ground. You may have seen us. Purchased a beautiful classic carousel, but I'm worried about being outgunned by the owners of the bigger rides. It's pretty filthy. I was going to clean it myself, but then I thought, what would happen if I gave her a deep clean and really made her pop? Who'd want to slowly slide down a grubby helter-skelter when they can waltz around a pristine carousel, right? Make her ping and we'll both clean up. You'll arrive in a plain van, right? I don't want the competition to get the same idea." Of course, Stacey Peachy, I'd be happy to help. Now, there is an achievement associated with this one, which is simply do not turn the carousel off, which we have the option to do. And I suppose that would make it easier to clean, but I think we'll be alright. Also worth noting, it's kind of funny, she wanted us to show up in a plain van, so we have applied some strategic blocking on the sides of our van there. I thought that was a staircase up, but it looks to be. We got a couple of gnomes here, a couple of clown gnomes. It's nice of them to visit. But anyway, we'll just get started. I hate ladders, so we'll go ahead and get the ladder portion out of the way. We'll start at the top and work our way down. Beginning... Oh, my name is Kevin Bernard, proprietor of Wingerloaf Carnival's Helter Skelter. Please state your business. No? How about that? Did you consider that? I don't have to state my business to anyone. It's kind of funny that the Helter Skelter guy figured it out. The one she was trying to avoid giving the idea to. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Start with our beautiful star up here. I wonder how much that's worth. Maybe 1% if we're lucky. I do remember this level being a little bit of an annoyance. Not because of the motion necessarily, it's just all of the horses. I don't know, it's... Remember the trouble I had with the Stegosaurus slide, and then you think about the horses and you start to realize it's a lot of little details I gotta worry about. We're still not even 1% of the way done. I'm also trying to figure out why it hasn't popped, even though I know there's a cone right here beneath the star that I kind of need to get as well. There we are, stars cleaned, not even 1%. Tragic. Was this the spire? We can get the spire, no problem. Kind of wish it turned. In certain ways, it almost seems to me that having things turn while you're trying to clean them is a benefit. Like, yeah, you don't have the precision necessarily if you want to stop and aim, but as far as like getting these round shapes, if they're going around, you can stand in one spot and get all of it. Okay, we probably gonna switch to a shorter extension here so that we can clean up a little easier. There we are, spire's cleaned. We can get the spire ring. Still not even 1%. It's a very, very, very dirty spire. Seems to be some pretty persistent dirt as well. I would love for this to peel off like it normally does, but I think we're kind of falling behind on... Wait a minute. Yeah, we got the 3,000. I was gonna say this is the blue one. It could be the first one, and maybe I was mistaken. Nope. That means we need to save up a little bit. 5,000 is what our target is. So it shouldn't be too much longer, but at the same time, it gets a little longer than I'd like, probably. That's okay, no problem. We'll tear through this carousel as quickly as we can. But more importantly, we'll get the job done as well as we can. Because that's really the important thing here. Everyone leaves happy. We leave with a pocket full of cash. They leave with a pristine carousel. Now there is another achievement for the fairgrounds, but it's not limited to the... There are 4 levels in the fairgrounds. I haven't done all 4, but I looked into the achievement to see which ones were relevant to it. And as it turns out, there are 4 levels to the fairgrounds, and you can get the coconut, or this coconut challenge, the achievement for it, in the fairgrounds. I don't know if you can get it on this level, to be honest, because I don't see any other rides put up. But I'm going to save it for the 4th one, because the other 3 have achievements on their own, so why not? Let's see, why am I missing so much on this guy? I feel like the carousel ring should be done. There it is. The green nozzle is actually doing us a pretty good job so far on the canopy. We're at 1% now. Now things should start trucking. But yes, the details on the carousel can be a little bit of a problem. Especially on the outside, these things here. Give me quite a headache. I'm not sure if the canopy is each and every individual red spot or stripe. Looks like it. Okay, well, we'll do one stripe at a time then. Even though I imagine it would be satisfying to stand at the top and do one little twirl and finish them all at once. Bing, 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 bing. That would be cool. Unfortunately, I'm not that dedicated to the cause. So we'll just get them one at a time. Easy peasy. I reckon the canopy will probably take us down to 10%, maybe. Already at 5. That's about 1% per, so maybe 15%. Maybe I could even do this number and not have to walk around so much. Help us out a little bit. Ah, it's not enough power. Oh, but I got the extension, duh. It's probably not the optimal extension, but it is getting the job done, so we'll do that. There we are. And a lot of this challenge is kind of circumvented by the fact that you can stand on the carousel yourself. If you had to do it from the outside, I could see where that's a little annoying. But since we're on the carousel, you just wash the parts that aren't moving, and then you get on the carousel, and you wash the parts that are, and you just move along with it. So it's pretty low key as far as challenges go. It shouldn't be too difficult. About 7%. That's the tricky thing. %. Yeah, I think I underestimated. 10% was probably a little too generous. I don't think it'll be 20% necessarily, but hey, we're getting up there. I think if we can get the whole top done, we'll be doing very well for ourselves. Because I think it was my least favorite part. Once we get past this canopy part, all these little edgings, all the gold trim and everything, that can be a little bit troublesome. Because I think there are lights that you got to get around. Could be misremembering. Yeah, we're already at about 10% as it is. There it is, 10%. 15? I might make 15. 15's a... I think based on this, 15 would be a pretty good guess. Oh, 11. Could we clear 20? 20's ambitious, but... I don't know if we can do it or not. Doesn't look like it if we're not going to clear 12 by the end of this guy. There's definitely no way we're hitting 20. Oh, 12. If each one of these is 1%, then 15 is likely. Maybe a little more. 13 before it's finished. That's where it trips me up. I think 15. I'm going to say 15. Kind of hyper-focusing on what percentage I think. It's kind of changing as we go, but... Get 14 here shortly. Maybe as we finish it. Nope, 14 right before. So this should be 15. At least if it's keeping pace. Yep, 15, 16, 17. I'd say 16. Because that last one's kind of already taken care of. It's kind of tough to get that stuff up close. So we'll clear us off a little patch. And maybe get these three all at the same time, shall we? Yeah, that's kind of satisfying. Giving us big arcs to work with. A bit moldier in the corners, but hey. That's 17, not bad. Now is when I was talking about. We got all this stuff looking great. There's a lot more to get than just that. Pull toppers for one. This is going to take some getting from all angles and then going down and getting from the front angle, and kind of tedious work, but that's okay. Tedious isn't a problem. Progress happens regardless. Go ahead and get everything from this back angle first. A little more detail on the pull toppers than the rest of the stuff. And then I'll peek over the edge and see what I can see, but I'm pretty sure there are like three-dimensional shapes that need to be gotten from the top here. And that led to me backtracking a lot. About to get our first star. Oop. I just missed that. This is another level where the dirt gives way to something beautiful. Look how shiny it is once it's clean. Talk about a job well done. I tell you, we're going to climb down this ladder and look at the outside and be taken aback by how it used to look up here. So used to these rich reds and golds, and we're thrust back into all the dirt and grime. Maybe some little semblances of what could be, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see these things here? All that stuff's going to be a little tough to deal with, but that's okay. It's not going to be terrible. In fact, I guess we'll just kind of sneak up here and try to dispense with it at the same time. We'll use the short extension, I think will be better. Stand on top of the pole toppers and try and do our cheeky little peek over the edge system here. And hopefully it's enough, because I don't want to drag the ladder around. And also we don't want to forget what we're up here doing in the first place. It's tough to keep track of everything, man. My mind goes all over the place. Oh, I want to get those. Oh, I want to get that. Just relax, dude. It'll all be got. We'll get it. We'll get it. Important thing is progress, one step at a time. One step at a time, and it'll all be got. As you can see, I have trouble ensuring that everything I get dings, so that the situation where you're kind of working from the top and the bottom makes it hard to keep track of what's dinged and what has not. I know for sure the whole canopy is dinged on the inside, or the outside, but these things are going to be tough to track. Hey there, are you free to come over to the national park? I have a tree house that sorely needs de-sliming and de-griming if you can put the time in. Yeah, I've got you. We'll get you a 100 load. I see you've commenced work and that you are a pressure washer. Wow. You certainly have eyes. That's pretty impressive, Kevin. Mayhaps you'd like me to clean your helter-skelter? Surely Stacey doesn't seriously think that cleaning her carousel will make it a more attractive prospect than my towering helter-skelter. Curious, I don't know. I am but a pressure washer, not a savvy fairgrounds businessman, but mayhaps cleaning is... power washing would give the competitive edge. Mayhaps you would like your helter-skelter. Mayhaps you would like your helter-skelter dealt with. Your helter-delter. We could arrange that for a price. Would you be interested in perhaps having one of the cleaner rides in the park? Mayhaps you shall. I don't think I can get it all from up here, but I think getting the tops of all this intricate work will make things a little easier. It certainly makes the lights brighter. That's pretty as it is. I don't want to spend too much time obsessing. So we'll just go on to the next side. And like I said, some of this can be gotten from the ground, but some of it simply cannot. They do have me a little platform to work from should I choose it, but I'm not going to choose it. If I can get it without having to drag stuff around, that is definitely preferred. Definitely preferred. I'm trying to blow my back out here. Just trying to enjoy a good thorough cleaning, as it were. And as you can tell, nothing is dinging from... I think I already said that, but nothing is dinging from this attempt at cleaning. That's because we've got all the bottom side of this cresting stuff. The key part is getting what we can get. So that going back down, we might be able to finish it all off from the floor without having to climb back up. And after that, it's pretty much... Oh, don't fall. It's pretty much good. Hey, this ain't a bad spot. If we could wash what was in front of our face. But to me, it's nicer to be able to clean it from the top and bottom, just because I don't like... It's like a temporary stop of progress to go and get the ladder and move it and bring it back and bring it over here and bring it over there and try to wash around it. It can be convenient in some places, but in other places it is greatly inconvenient. You feel me? Maybe I make it harder on myself. I can't really tell. Never been in a situation where I'm like, oh, I should drag the ladder around. That'll make things much easier. There are a couple of times where something is better accessed by the ladder, like climbing up here to begin with, but otherwise, I'm just as content doing this. Constant little sense of progress. Get the cresting cleaned up nice. And all the lights, of course, are very, very pretty. Really brighten this place up. About to get the whole pull topper from up here. I'm not going to stress that hard about it because it's probably easier to get from the underside, but I digress. The fact that we can is what I'm interested in. Not necessarily whether or not we should. 'Tis a different topic altogether. About 25 of the way done. Not bad at all. As we creep around here. See, by comparison, we can get all this stuff from the ladder, okay. Makes it a little bit easier, but oh shoot, don't fall off. Look what I've drawn, the scorn of the Carousel gods by attempting to use the profane ladder. Alright. I think that gives us a full circle. Oh. If not, it better. Okay, see? We clearly didn't get all of it, but hey. Did a pretty good job all in all. I'll try first with my yellow, see how that does from down here. Of course, yep, that's good. And then we'll go ahead and get this bottom portion as well. Maybe it might require me to go inside to finish it up from back here. Oh. See, that's why the carousel can be a little bit of a problem. While we're here, we'll get the pole topper. We'll get it all eventually. Sometimes it's just figuring out what constitutes what. Here we have a second pole topper. Might as well get the pole itself, but right now I'm focused on the top. Oh yeah, that's part of the pole topper too. Could be that the cresting trim is the entirety. Like all the way around. So for now, focus on getting the cresting done. Cresting panel clear. What's this cresting panel look like? Oh, we didn't get all of it done. Oh, I don't see where we missed. Could it be that I need to get up here to get some of the cresting panel? Ooh, it could. There's a little bit of dirt there. Ah, yes, it's all underneath. Okay. Well, that changes things. I'll just bring the ladder around much as I would rather not. I'll go ahead and do that. Because this is going to be difficult otherwise. And that's got to be the cresting trim, huh? Yep, cresting frame done. So now this is all done. We'll go over here to the next one. Cresting frame's clean. I believe the cresting panel is done as well. Cresting trim, I think, is the one we have to get from the inside and the outside. So for now, we're just going to worry about pole topper. We could worry about a little bit. See, the ladder's in the way for that, though. This is what I prefer not to do it for. Okay, cresting topper's done. We'll go ahead and get what we can of the panel. Actually, we'll focus on the cresting top, or the cresting, or whatever it is. Specifically this stuff up here. Ah, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This whole situation can be a little bit nitpicky. Switch to that. That's why I don't like the ladder. You gotta put it in the next spot in order to get... I'd rather not do all that. So I'm gonna take this back now, set it over here, so I can get the worst of it with the extension. Oop. Just a little tricky. Cresting frame. Okay, that's what I can get from down there, so now we'll move it. I'll switch to the stubby. Get both of those. The cresting's done, pole topper's done. And now we'll go over here, switch back to the extended, and wash her down. Topper's done. About 32% of the way done. It's taking us a bit, but we'll get there. Oh hey, we got one of them done. Fortunately, it's probably not going to be enough, so we'll go ahead and move it. We'll put on the stubby. There we go. There we go. So I think that's all that stuff done. Switch back to our extension. There shouldn't be a whole lot when you go up on the ladder, because this should be able to get most of it. It's just that little bit that it can't quite reach that it struggles with. And get all that. Something particularly grimy on this side, but that's okay. Switch to our stubby, move on over. See, we'll work a system out even when we don't want to do it. What am I missing here? There we are. Let's switch to our extension, our extra long extension. Thought we were closer than this, but I guess not. Thought we'd worked our way around a little bit further. It's okay. Happy mistakes, happy little accidents. Just bring this on over. Oh, don't forget, nubby nose. Oh man. Okay, cresting's done. There's a little spot there I'd like to get, but the ladder's in the way, man. Oh, Don't forget, we're doing this way. Get the extension. Our system is working. That's done. I really did try to get it without the ladder. I really did try. Oh, crusting's done. That's good. That's what I was kind of hoping for, that it would do that all the way around, but what can you do? Okay, that's done. Topper. So now what I'm going to do is do a quick check. Go push this button. Check the objectives and make sure that everything is clean. Canopies are all done. Spire ring is done. Cresting frames are all done. Cresting's all done. Cresting panels are all done. Star and pole toppers. There's one pole topper we're missing. I find that hard to believe, but not impossible. Oh, how did I do that? How did I do that? Quite unbelievable. Okay, well that's all the pole toppers done. 35%. Okay, now if I could lay this back down, that would be preferable, but I don't think it's going to let me. I think I got to carry it around. I don't have a shadow. At any rate, we'll switch back to our big extension. Switch back to our yellow. And we'll go around the bottom of the stairs. That's not working too good, is it? For the shot, we'll get these outside sections. Oh, man, I trapped myself. Go around these outside sections, and then we'll get the internals. Starting with the stairs, working up the poles. Just make sure we get the underside. Strange to me they don't separate the bottom stair from the top stair, but that's no big deal. We'll start with a crawl around. Make sure we get the underside of the stair here. And then we can crouch and probably get the underside of the second stair. If not, I mean, no big deal. And by standing we can go around and we can get the top of the stairs. Should be pretty simple, pretty simple. Almost at our second star. That's probably going to trigger any second now. Please check your job planner as a matter of urgency. Right, Blake Thrust. I'll consider it. How about that? Yes, my helter-skelter is filthy. Oh. Well, hey, I cleaned some pretty dirty fairground equipment. Yes, this will affect performance. Yes, the slide itself is beset by sticking spots which take considerable arm strength and willpower to get past. Oh, okay. Do you want my help, or are you bragging? Because it's kind of hard to tell. Second trip around. That's so gross. Considerable arm strength to get over. Oh. That's pretty bad. Helter Skelter, by the way, is a slide. I don't know if you're aware. I didn't know what it was. I had to look it up when I first heard it. It's like a big tower you climb up and then slide down. I feel like that's pretty apparent based on what he said, but just in case. It's like a British thing. You can probably tell by the name of it. I'm surprised they don't call these whirly horses or something. You want to go on the whirly horse? No, Papa, I want to go on the helter-skelter. Oh, but the whirly horse is so much more clean and pristine. I think you should go on the whirly horse. I whirled round and round the whirly horse. It seems kind of silly to me. Alright, I'm actually going to attempt a broader nozzle here. Hopefully this dirt comes up kind of nice. It looks like it does. Clean off the oh, that's the outer platform, huh? Stairs aren't so clean. I see. I think this part here constitutes the steps. I don't know for sure. We'll give it a wash down with white, see if we can clear what we missed. That is one of the benefits of the white nozzle, I suppose, is it's got a broad reach, so it might accidentally clean what you thought you already had cleaned. We're about 50% of the way through now. And the steps are not dinging for us. Not even a little bit. I wasn't low enough. That's kind of sad. I wasn't low enough to get all this stuff down here as I thought I was. There we are. Alright, and with that done, we'll go ahead and get our poles and our pole bases. All the fanciful cresting of our pole bases. So I think we're going to have to get on the inside of the poles, and then things are going to be moving a little bit, so... Honestly, the poles, considering that, the poles might actually be the hardest part of the movement. Because they've got a whole section on the inside there. I guess you could do something like this where you're kind of getting it from the inside, but not quite standing on the moving bit. But I mean, we could do... Does it stand still on the inside too? Yeah, there's like an inside spot to stand as well. Okay, we can get those as well. Kind of work our way around this way. Sheesh, and I thought the ladders were tough. Still hasn't dinged, but then again, I'm not entirely sure where I started. If we just focus on these first. Maybe get in from the inside is probably a better idea, because then we can worry about the roof. Okay, 52%. We're going much quicker in here. Kind of see the pole toppers from in here. I'm surprised we didn't have to worry about those too much. Okay, so it looks like... I think there's one missing. I think we're missing one. Cresting trims, yeah. I want to see which one it is. I think it's... I'm surprised if it was over there. I think it's over here. I guess it's that one. Did I miss it from the inside? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I guess it was there. Alright. So we got that going for us. We'll go ahead and get the outside of the poles while we're out here. Get the outer platform while we're walking between them. This thing really is pretty once you get it all cleaned up. They were right, the reds and the golds. Ah, the horses though. Ah, I don't like the horses. Not that they're ugly. Just a pain to clean. And the poles, they go up and down and they kind of like insert themselves into those grommets up there. So you kind of gotta wait for them to slowly slide down or slowly slide up depending on whether you're working on the top or bottom one. And, that's the downside. I wonder how that works with the starting and like, do you have to start them back up and let them raise, or I don't know how that would work. Since I never actually stopped the carousel, I wouldn't know. Now that I think of it, these things move around a lot, so I wonder what it's like to like constantly have to dismantle and put back together. Could be pretty tricky. How much of it comes apart? Like, does the cresting come off? The poles have to come out, so I imagine the cresting comes off, the poles come out. Oop, that pole cleaned up. Also, what kind of psychopath is like, hey, can you clean my carousel, and then leaves it on? I shouldn't be forced to turn it off. That should already kind of be off. You know what I'm saying? Outer platform's just about done. We're about to reach our 3rd star. Things are looking up. Outer platform's kind of really hanging in there. There's such detail in this level, man. Another pole clean. Might be worth it just to get everything from the outside if we can, instead of trying to chase it around through the inside. Doesn't actually seem like I'm having that much trouble. You just kind of gotta aim. I get that one. Not really hitting the horses or anything. Yeah, we could do that. So At least I didn't get from the outside. Unfortunately, as we were winding through Willow Creek, we encountered a group of monks walking against the traffic, and I pressed the accelerator instead of the brake. Oh, the outer platform's done. Nice. So we'll just inspect these as we go. That one's clean, so I'll move on to this one. That one's clean. Can be a little difficult to hit from there. Maybe we should go this way, because I know for sure I can get it this way, and that's the way the horses are going, so. That pole's done. Then we go over here. I guess we could kind of get from here. Yeah, pole base. We can get this one from here. Check our pole base. This one's not quite finished. Oh, but there's some here. Turn back around and get this side of the pole base. Pole's done. Pole base is done. This pole base isn't, so I assume it's the other side. That pole base is. It's okay. We'll come back around here. We'll check out this pole base. Yeah, this is going a lot smoother than I think it would be to try and hunt them down after the fact. So pole base and pole. Pole base, pole's not. So we'll go ahead and get the pole. Okay, pole's done, pole base is done. Ride on around to our next one here. Pole base is done, pole's done, so we'll ride around to our next one. Pole base, pole, pole base, pole, pole base, pole. I think we've done it. We'll check our stats just to be sure. Canopies are done. Cresting frames, crestings, cresting panels, cresting trims, poles, pole bases, pole toppers. Nice. Outer platform, all of that's great. Now we've just kind of got to deal with the moving part. Well, I guess we can get the not moving part. We can get this thing first. It looks like it's moving now that we're standing on it, but this is what I was talking about. Like, if it's moving, it kind of just makes it a little bit easier. It's one circle. Let me go down a little bit. Looks like it's cleaning itself. White nozzle might be doing a good enough job to get most of the grime here. I notice there's like a subtle movement. I don't know what's causing me to move. That's alright. Alright, we'll go down here. See, I don't know what this slight drift is, why I'm getting jostled around, but you can see it on that white at the bottom there. I'm ever so slightly drifting to the right. Not sure what I missed on the inner, oh, maybe in these little crevices. right here on the edges. I'll keep the green on just so I can see. Very curious that that little amount of detail is what's getting me. I guess I could switch to the yellow. Kind of clean up. There we are. Yellow should help me get around this little corner here, and then I'll go on the other side and get the edge of that as well. See, in some ways the spinning does help. The roof is a little trickier just because of all the, it's got a bunch of little crevices around the light bulbs and everything. So it's going to be a little trickier. That's okay. Get our second round here. Sure we get this, and we'll try to get the final round from in here. If I step back and there we go. Try and get it all at one go. I don't know if it'll work. That's what our dirt finder vision's for. And there we have it. Now, like I said, the roof's going to be tricky. We'll get this middle pillar first. By working against the flow, we should be going twice as fast around it. I don't know if that's necessary. We could just stand here and get the top. Don't want to go chasing that down later, huh? About 70% of the way through. Get the bottom here. I could move a little faster by going against the grain. As you can see, we missed this underside. That'll get us. I hear you, I hear you. Computer's throwing a fit. Okay. Now I think we just got the top to do. Shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, the base is done. Now we just have the rest of the dang thing, huh? Gonna be a little trickier. Get our extension out here. As long as we're standing on the carousel proper, it's not too bad. You might get a little dizzy trying to... You watch the background too much, but otherwise... Panel's done. Mostly getting the inside of these lights, and then we'll move over probably to the left. I'm just feeling the left, and we'll get the left side of these lights. That should clear them out pretty good. I don't think it's too picky about getting the top of them. There we are. Center pole frame. 73%. We're working on our third quarter. Heck yeah. Red's done. Get that panel done. Yep. Move over to the center here. Make sure we get all of those. Did we get that left side? I think we did. So now we can come to the left and get the right side. There we are. It's kind of funny because it's kind of making me dizzy seeing the background move. It makes me want to move my cursor differently. I'm getting kind of like conflicting visual information here. Some of it's moving with me, some of it isn't. Just a little bit whimsical. Come on, third quarter, come on through. Make sure we don't forget the light part. 75%, we there, boys. We're gonna get our third star here, or fourth star here shortly. The lights do kind of make it tricky, because you got to make sure you get it pretty much from three angles. You got to get it dead on from the left and from the right to make sure you get around it all. Here we are. I think we got the left side, so we'll get the left side. We'll get the dead on. And we'll get the right side. Very nice, very nice. I believe this is our last stop here, because this one's pretty much already been got. Judging by the lights here. Yep. So the center pole's all but got. Now we just got to get the top here. Center pole ring. I hate to say it, but I think the next part maybe should be the horses. Also not entirely sure what constitutes the center pole ring. That's the center pole topper. That's the ceiling frame. Maybe up to that gold point? I don't know. Feel like I've gotten the center pole ring though. Is it gonna make me get on a horse? Maybe. There we go. Center pole ring's got. Center pole topper we're working on. These are ceiling frames. I guess I'll just kind of get the space between them until it pops, because it's almost popped. Pardon me. I can get on a horse again and we could take a little... I see. I don't think I could put a ladder in here, but it's kind of funny to imagine trying. There we go, center topper. All right. Now we'll get to start on the horses. Not terribly enthused by them, but hey. See, as it comes out, it spits a bunch of grime with it. Now it's coming back up, so we want to get the bottom one and make sure we get all that. Kind of tough with this extension on there, I'll be honest. Horse top rod clean. Gotta switch to the stubby gun probably. Come on now. Okay, the horse rod is clean. Now we can focus on the gosh forsaken horse. Okay, we're on the top. It's roughly halfway. Get it from the front angle. This is a little troublesome. I'm telling you, the horse itself is kind of troublesome. Although my shrew-like reflexes saved the lives of the monks, my helter-skelter fell off the toe and rolled down the entire creek. Oh, that sounds like you were driving too fast. Bad news, it's covered in everything from tertiary chalk to Permian mudstone. Good news, it represents a thorough illustration of our geologic past. That's true. Wait, how is he messaging me if he just saw me working? He doesn't know my phone number, does he? What the heck? Okay, the horse is done. That's one of all of them. Go ahead and get this one's face. It's coming up, so we'll get the bottom here. Or down here, we'll get the underside of the thing. Why don't you just get the roof, I hear you asking? I know. I wish I could do that instead. I don't want to bypass the horses because it'll take me so long. I've been avoiding them, so I figure I'll just go ahead and get them out of the way. No sense in fighting what I can't get out of. Kind of like the concept of swallowing your frog. Getting the hardest part done first, that way you've got momentum going. I should have just started with the horses. So tough to see these dang handles. There we go. Horse pull done. Great. On to the next one. Quit knocking me off. Okay. Bottom's done. Base. Top and the rod. Just dinged. Okay. Working on the last. So many horses. So many horses. Okay, we can stand up. We can do that. You are a regular guy. Let me on the horse. Let me on the horse. I imagine somebody out there watching me saying there's like a simpler way to do this and it's not turning the thing off. You just gotta do X, Y, and Z and they like get it done super quick. Oh, the horse is done? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, it looks like 5 more horses. The whimper of the century. Oh no. Hardest part is standing on a ground that's not moving relative to the horses. Okay, it's coming back down. I feel a bit perturbed. There we go. Okay. Back to cleaning the horse. Kind of had a system going, but not quite. It's one half of the horse done. Get over here, get the other half. Why are there 3 dimensions to you, horse? Kind of funny how standing out here and running around is almost easier until you get the ladder. It's the random sticking, dude, for real. It's the randomly getting stuck and left behind that really gets me. Really boils my beans, as it were. Alright, I think we're pretty much 3 more horses. Every time I'm like, okay, I think this is pretty close to being the last horse. I look and then nope, there's way more horses than you thought there were. I thought there was like 1, maybe 2. I wasn't counting. I was just kind of hoping that I was spaced out and powering through. Was not the case. There are many a horse remaining. Only 15% left in the level though, so hey, there's that. Okay, horse is done. Now it's just this thing. And that's done. Okay, 3 more horses. Let's get her. Starting with you, my fair equine friend. Equine? Equine? The base is actually clear. Horse rod base. Horse is not. Is the horse top? Okay, there it goes. Normally it gets pretty clean pretty quick. There we go. Horse rod done. Now it's just the horse that remains. So many horses. I've bathed so many horses. Honestly, such a nuisance. Get up here. Hope it gives me enough dirt to clean. Yeah. Alright, 2 more. I can see a clean horse. That's good news. So we'll go ahead and coming back up, so we'll go ahead and scoot it on down. It's going down, so we'll go ahead and catch the bottom here. Rod should be pretty close to being done, but what do I know? We'll go ahead and get this horse cleaned up. Standing on this horse is not quite so bad. I guess we can get as much of it as possible. Maybe the trick is standing on the next horse. I know we haven't gotten underneath this dang thing yet, but we can get the rod. There we are. Get the horse rod base. Oh, it's already done. Cool. Let's get the underside of the horse here and we'll be good to go. So close. Please just clear. Ding. Come on. Come on. There we are. 1 horse left. Let's go. Let's go. We're on the last horse. %, almost 90. This level is kind of a menace, I'm not gonna lie. Whoever designed this thing, you got me. It looks so non-threatening too, like when you first arrive you're like, oh, it's not even that big, and then so much detailing. And then the movement. That's okay, we'll get her done. Almost there. Horse is done. Yippee. Okay. I think we just got the rod left. Okay, rod's done. Woo! Just to be sure, we got all of the canopies, horse rods, horse bases, center pole trims, center pole panels, center pole frames, horse rod tops, pole toppers, pole bases, poles, cresting trims, cresting panels, crestings, cresting frames, horses. Okay, so we got these 5 things left. Perfect. Perfect. Good. And I think we can get... I don't think we need to get too crazy here. I think we could... It's a little harder to get like this, but I think it might be easier. Ceiling panel cleaned. It's kind of what I want to get right now is the ceiling panels. We'll get all those. I think there were 5. 90%. Cleans up pretty good with the green nozzle too, so that's nice. Ceiling panel done. Heck, we might just go all the way around with it. We're in the 90s, boys. The end is close at hand. Or what it looks like behind us. We got this stuff going on. Edge rings first. Kind of wanted to get the panels first, but this is kind of bugging me. Realize how much progress we were making. Gold ring is done. That's great. Let's finish up this red ring, shall we? Yes, okay. Now it's just a matter of getting all the ceiling panels. $96. So it can be a little tricky, but I think we've got a good system going, kind of. Might be able to finish this in an hour and a half. I will say that I can definitely see the temptation to turn the carousel off. I just want everything to hold still. I'm tired of getting bumped off. If you can stand on it, it's not too bad, but the second your foot like catches the edge of the level or something, at the edge of the carousel, it's just like, why? Why do this to me? 3 sections left. We're not making bad, but this is a lot easier than I thought it was, than I remembered it being, but I think I was trying too hard to stand in the middle and like let the level take care of itself. I think the horses kind of got in the way of that, and I should not have been trying to do so. So as we're going, the ceiling frame looks like it'll be the last thing to clean. All right. 2 sections left. One section left. We can go ahead and get this one done. Supposing we got the other side already, which isn't a given. I don't remember if we did or not. I guess not. Hey. Job complete. I didn't think it was gonna come. And the achievement popped, so that's great. Running around that merry-go-round. Struggling to keep up with it, but it eventually got clean. Carousel looks incredible. The others are going to lose it when they see it. I can practically smell all that hard cash in my hands already. Thanks so much. Well, Stacey, it was a pleasure to clean for you. And let's see what we got. I think I make a habit of career. We got a couple we could do. Clean the drill or clean the treehouse. Treehouse is worth quite a bit of money. That would actually put us over, and we could afford the next pressure washer. So I think we'll go with that. So thanks again for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have you. And stay tuned. I'll see you in the next episode where we will be cleaning the treehouse. Until then, I'll catch you later.